Good morning, Cheetahs. Welcome to the South Rainbow Cheetah Spot. This is Mrs. Ted with your morning announcements. Today is Monday, May 9th, 2016. Again, today is Monday, May 9th, 2016. Today is our 159th day in school. We've been in school for 159 days. Please stand while we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart and recite the pledge with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, Cheetahs. You may be seated. After you've made it to your seat, we're going to pause for a moment of silence. All right, teachers, now it's time for a uniform check. Boys' shirts need to be tucked in at all times. Shirt colors are white, navy blue, black, gold, or yellow. Pants, shorts, and skirts should be khaki, black, or navy blue. Shoes should be tied at all times. No coats or hoodies are allowed in the building unless you have a uniform-approved sweater or jacket, which has no hoodie and no logo. At this time, we're going to review our South Greenville Elementary expectations for PBIS. Number 1, repeat after me. I will be prepared. Number 2, I will always be respectful. Number 3, I will work hard. And number 4, I will be safe. Remember, these are our PAWS expectations, and you are expected to meet these daily. Alright, Cheetahs, we're going to try something new this week. We're going to do Tedder's test-taking tips instead of our review questions. For this week, your test-taking tips are to eat a good breakfast the night before a really big test. The morning before a really good test. It's really important to not have an empty stomach and to make sure that your brain has the fuel that it needs to take the test. And breakfast is the fuel for our bodies. You also need to make sure that you get a good night's sleep the night before a test, especially big ones like the EOG, or reading 3D assessments like my friends in K2. So, make sure that you get a good night's sleep. And remember that the night before a big test is not the night to stay up late and watch TV or to read your favorite book. Another wonderful tip is to take your time when reading through questions. A lot of times people rush and want to be the first one to finish a test. And a big test like Read 3D or a math assessment or even just a test in your class is not the time to rush through your work. Who cares if you're the first one finished? What we care about is that you get the right answers and that you do your best work. That's what's most important. The next tip for this week is to read the whole question. If you only read part of the question and you think you know what the question's asking, you're only going to do part of what the answer's asking you to do. And especially in big tests like the EOG, they're going to give you answer choices that are purposely going to trick you and give you the right answer for if you only answered half the question. So always read the whole question. And sometimes it's better to read the question before you read the passages to help you know what you're looking for when reading a reading passage. Study. Some of you guys think that it's not a good idea to study the material, but it is. Review this year's material. Why do you think your teachers review material before a big test or a quiz? It's a great idea to review the material each night. So maybe your teachers don't give you a lot of homework each night. Go back, look at your notes, Look at tests and quizzes and worksheets that have been returned to you. Or use your teacher's websites. Even if your teacher doesn't have a website, you know there's some great resources and websites out there that have educational games to practice material from this year. Ask your parents for help, and they can help you find some good websites to practice and review material from this school year. And you should always know what the problem is asking you to do. If, again, you only read part of the question, you're only going to know part of what the question's asking you to do. A lot of my friends have trouble doing this when it comes to math problems because they only look at part of what the question is asking them to complete. So make sure you really think about what the question is asking you to answer. And you know what really helps me to do that is to mark on my questions and to circle what the question is really asking. Thanks for joining me for Tedder's test-taking tips for this week. I'm going to play the same thing every day, so maybe you'll remember them by the end of the week. Thanks, Cheetahs. And we have another graduate in the house. Congratulations to Mr. Ant, who graduates on Tuesday from PCC. When you see Mr. Ant, give him a woohoo, congratulations. Way to go, Mr. Ant. We know you worked hard to get where you've gotten, and we appreciate you at South Greenville. Congratulations again.